Good evening all and welcome to another video on All Hail the Ale. It's Friday night, which means it's alcohol-free night. And the beer we're going for tonight is from Nogne O. It's this one. It is their Low 5. And Low 5 is an alcohol-free tropical IPA. It weighs exactly 0% IBV. And it says on the side that Low 5 is an alcohol-free classic IPA with a slightly bitter hop character, aromas and taste of citrus and passion fruit. And yeah, that's it pretty much. The rest of it is in Norwegian, which I can't read, so I'm not going to attempt to. So what we're going to do, we're going to get it out into a glass and see what we think. So if it's as good as their Himmler Hummler was, this will be brilliant, because that was a cracker of a beer. We're pouring into my AF Beer Club glass, and the pour is pale, pretty clear, and a pretty decent white head. There we go. So, like I say, there's a subtle haze. It's a little bit of a fridge haze, I suppose you could call it. Golden colour, nice golden colour. Good carbonation to the head. Looks alright, does that? Let's have a whiff. It's fruity. It's very fruity, actually. There's something super sweet, berry-like up front, and it's weird. It's like strawberry up front, yeah. Strawberry and lemon. Oh, that's messing with my head. You should never have a strawberry scented IPA. They mentioned, did they mention passion fruit? They did. Yeah, passion fruit. I've never had passion fruit that smells quite like this. It smells like those strawberry boiled sweets that, yeah, anyway, it looks good. It smells really interesting for an IPA. See what it tastes like. Cheers. Taste it too. It's nice. It is nice. Body on it is absolutely superb. It's medium heavy, and the carbonation, the whole mouthfeel is just like cask, which Himmler Hummler was as well. That was superb, and this has the same kind of body to it. Brilliant. As for the flavour, it's intensely fruity up front. It has got that berry-like vibe. They say passion fruit, but passion fruit to me is much more tart. This is definitely sweeter, more on the red fruit side of things. But it's nice. It works. It has got that pleasant, bitter edge to it, and I love that in an IPA. And to get this level of flavour in something completely alcohol-free is brilliant. It is brilliant. Sweet, bitter, slightly pithy and resinous as well. That is interesting. The finish is balanced. Bitter, sweet, hoppy, malty, everything all rolled into one with a hint of what I am tasting as strawberry. Your mileage may vary, but for me, I'm getting an intense strawberry sugar lolly type thing. Yeah, that, ladies and gents, boys and girls, is interesting. Let me just go to the ingredients. Yeah, local water, malted barley, hops, aroma, and yeast. Aroma, I assume, means flavourings. Curious. I'm going to have to dig into what that might be. But yeah, let's get to my scoreboard of joy, shall we? Which is currently void of anything other than the standard stuff. So we're going to fill it in now. with the red pen of joy, and we're going to start with the looks. And the looks are good. It's a lovely colour. It's a nice head to it. And there is nothing to dislike about that visually, is there? Let's be honest. It's a good looking beer. So with that in mind, I'm going to give it a full point. The aroma threw me. It really did. Sweet red fruit. Did not expect that. It mentions passion fruit, but for me this is as far removed from passion fruit as I can ever remember, and definitely more on the strawberry side. That said, I like what I smell. It smells nice and intense and hoppy. Just not what I was expecting in terms of the strawberry. It's really good. It's definitely sweeter, but I'm going to give it the 0.75 because I was expecting passion fruit and more citrus on the nose, but I didn't get it. Anyway, the body, superb. If I could give it more than a point, I would. Medium heavy, cask-like presentation. Cannot fault it. They are the masters of the body in that sense. And the taste, again, it has that super sweet red berry type vibe. Passion fruit, no. Hints of citrus, yes. Bitterness, brilliant. Malty, hoppy, balanced. It's really good, but again, it's just lacking for me that passion fruit intensity. It's got sweet berry. I love what I've got though, but it's just not as described. So I'm going to give it the 0.75 again because it's not as described. Anyway, the finish on an IPA, I like them hoppy, bitter and long. This one is hoppy, it is bitter, and it's pretty long, but it does have that strawberry undertone as well. And as much as I like it, can I give it the full point? I'm going to say no. I'm going to give it the 0.75, which is still really good, but it just doesn't, it's not perfect. I would change it. I'd take away that sweet strawberry on the back end, which means that the low 5 from Nogne O has got 4.25 out of 5 from me, which means it can't have the full bonus point. Would I buy it again? Yes, I would. I would buy that again. The body alone makes it worthwhile. The bitterness is brilliant. It wouldn't be one that I would buy over the Humla Humla though, because that was superb. That was perfect in every way. This one would be when I fancy something a little bit sweeter, maybe a little bit berry-like. And yeah, I'd buy it for that, absolutely. Value for money. I can't remember what I paid for it. £2 something, if memory serves, from the wise bartender. But yes, it is value for money. But yeah, that is that. So 4.25 out of 5 for me, with a couple of bonuses for good measure and a caveat. The caveat is, if you go into it expecting big passion fruit and no strawberry, you might be disappointed. If you go into it wanting some strawberry, you're going to love it because it's there. It's one that I think it's very reminiscent of the sort of thing that Tiny Rebel would make. That level of sweetness and presence of that flavour. When they do something, they don't do it by halves. It doesn't always work for me and my palate, but they don't do it by halves, and they certainly go all in. And that's what you've got here. You've got a flavour that's all in and committed, and yeah, very intense for a completely alcohol-free beer. And yeah, it's a good one. It's a little bit of an enigma, but it's a good one. We'll leave it there and say, that's been the beer. I've been me. Those down there are the buttons and know exactly what to do with them by now. You've got your like, comment, dislike, and subscribe. Choose any combination of them as you wish. And I'll see you again soon for another one. Bye for now.